Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. This is going to be a general love reading for the collective. Not all of the messages that come through in this reading may apply to everyone watching today. So please only take in from this reading what speaks to your soul and what resonates for you and for your situation. And release the rest to the universe. Don't blame yourself for what happened. It was my fault. So guys, whatever happened between you and your person, I feel that what they're saying here is you are not the one responsible for creating this damage. And I feel that that applies to many of you guys watching this reading today. But what else it tells us is that your person knows that it was their fault. And perhaps they had apologized in the past to some of you, but I feel for a large majority of you, your person perhaps never apologized in the past because they were too entrenched in their pride and their ego, their stubbornness and their selfishness in not wanting to have this real connection in terms of a real relationship with you in the past. They were too fearful of what was happening. They knew that when they met you that something in their life was significantly going to change. They knew that they were going to have to change. That's what they ran from. That's why they ghosted you. That's why they denied their feelings for you, because they knew that their life was going to be different. And they were holding on for dear life to the way their life used to be, but they knew when they met you, in that moment, that life was going to change. Something was transforming. They could feel it. They could sense it. They felt that rush of energy coming at them from the cosmos, that rush of energy coming at them from the divine. They knew in that moment that something was happening, and this is why they ran, and that is why they ghosted, because they knew that to be with you, their life was going to significantly change. And so they created this chaos. They created confusion. They said hurtful words to you that really broke your heart. They acted and behaved in ways that were hurtful to you as well. It was my fault. Your person is taking responsibility. They are owning the things that they did wrong here, and they are feeling all of this at the moment. It's what I'm hearing down into the core of their soul, and they don't like how it feels for the damage that they brought upon you and on this relationship, or on themselves either, actually. And they're feeling, in this place of regret and remorse at the moment, but they need to feel this regret and remorse. They need to feel what it's like. They need to be able to experience the damage that they brought into this relationship, but that's what's allowing them to own it. It's what's allowing them to take responsibility and accountability for the things that they brought into this beautiful spiritual connection that the two of you share with each other, that truly didn't belong here. This is a powerful connection. It is a divine counterpart connection. You don't bring toxic and dysfunctional behaviors and mess into these kind of connections. You heal those things and you get rid of them. But this is what your person is doing now. And they are experiencing the growth that they need to make sure that they don't bring this chaos, confusion, drama, and trauma back into this relationship with you ever again. With each day, the ache in my heart grows stronger. Well, I feel that this is about your person missing you, actually. I feel that they are having to deal with their own heartache, their own heartbreak, and they are not liking how that feels. But again, this is what they are needing to feel and experience at the moment, because it is giving them the awakening, the wake-up call, the growth, the transformation that they need to show back up and be ready for you in this relationship. Your person was running from the growth that they were going to have to go through in order to be in your life, but yet they're still going through that growth. They still have to have those changes. They just delayed it a little bit, but yet they're still having to have that transformation because the universe comes calling and says it's time to change, and you have to change. And at the moment, your person is going through this metamorphosis. They are transforming, but their heartache and heartbreak for you right now is screaming out at them. They don't like their life without you, and they are having to feel the pain and the repercussions and the consequences of their words, actions, and behaviors that created this disconnect between the two of you. But again, it's what they need to feel and go through at the moment, because it is giving them the awakening that they need. I'm trying to remain positive, but it's very difficult. Well, All this person truly has to do is reach out to you. All they truly have to do is call, talk, text, show up at your door. All they have to do is see if you're willing to talk to them, because more than likely, you guys watching the reading, you probably are willing to talk to this person because they want to apologize. They want to express their regret, their remorse. They want to tell you how they have felt so guilty all of this time, that they have been carrying all of this stuff with them, all of their guilt, all of their regret, all of their remorse. It's been a heavy weight for this person. And it's causing them to feel negative at the moment. And they are trying to stay positive in that place where they are hoping that you're going to hear them out, that you are going to forgive them, and that you're going to give them another chance to come back into your life. But at this moment, they are having a major wake-up call, and this is the transformation that's happening for them. These are the changes that they tried to run from, that they tried to ghost, that they tried to reject, that they decided, I'm not going to change. I'm going to hold on to my childish ways and my childish games and my immaturity and my toxic and dysfunctional messes and everything else. But no, they can't do that. It's a time for growth. It's a time for change. And like I already mentioned, they have very more than likely delayed this change from happening, but they still have to change. They still have to grow and evolve. When the powers that be, when our angels and guides come calling, when the divine knocks on our door, when the universe rings our bell, what do we have to do? We have to answer that call. And we are going to get that lesson one way or another. We can try to run from it. We can try to resist it. We can dig our heels in and say, I'm not going to change. But when they say it's time to change, whatever your higher power is, you have to go through that transformation. It has to happen at some point or another. It is going to change. You are going to change, rather. And you can do it willingly, or the people upstairs, the powers that be, are going to drag you through that transformation, kicking and screaming all of the way, by dropping consequences on top of your head, by dropping difficulties on you, by perhaps allowing some karmic repercussions to visit you as well. But your person is feeling all of this at the moment, and this is what is causing them to have this positive growth, change, and transformation that they've needed. I have deep regret and owe you an apology. Well, yes, they do have many regrets. They are counting their regrets, actually. They are going through all of them. They are going back in time to the very beginning from when they first hurt you, and they are feeling very ashamed of themselves. They're very embarrassed. They wish they had treated you differently. They wish they had done things differently as well, but they can't go back and retroactively change that. All they can do is move forward and be different. And this is what their plan is going to be. They will be different with you moving forward, because this person wants to come back and show you that they've changed. They want to show you that they will be accountable and responsible. They want to show you that they're no longer stubborn and entrenched in their ego and pride. They want to show you that they can be selfless instead of selfish. This is about them wanting to return and give back to you, because what this person is feeling right now is pain, heartache, heartbreak, guilt, regret, remorse, their own level of suffering that they brought upon themselves because of their words, their actions and behaviors that were coming from that space of low vibration. Trying to resist the change, trying to resist the growth, trying to run, trying to escape, all of this, thinking that they were just going to be able to be victorious over having to change. But no, that's not how it works, because the universe is at work in this connection and at work in the life of your person. And this is why they're able to acknowledge that they have deep regret and they owe you an apology. And they want to come and present this apology to you. They want to talk. They want to spend time with you. And they definitely want to explain themselves. That is what I'm hearing at the moment. The hope that we will find our way back together is what keeps me going. Okay, guys, so this person is definitely on a journey of spiritual growth and awakening, because they are hoping to be able to return to you and see if you're going to allow them back into your life. I feel that your person is going through a difficult stretch of time at the moment. They are being accountable and responsible, though, and that is a very positive thing. They're feeling a lot of heartache and heartbreak. I feel that it is a difficult time for them, and for some of you, your person may be experiencing a dark night of the soul. It's hard for them to remain positive. They are, as I mentioned, perhaps feeling some karmic repercussions and consequences for the things that they did in this relationship that were so emotionally devastating and damaging to you, because they are feeling the guilt. They are experiencing the regret and remorse, and they know that they owe you an apology, but they know as well that they owe you a very detailed explanation about why they did the things that they did. And this is what you will get from them as they make their way back towards you. We're going to use some tarot cards now, and I think that this tarot portion might be really interesting because that is some really interesting message cards that we have on the table today. But let's see what's going on with this person. Let's see what's going on with this person. What is happening? What do we need to know? Well, this is the High Priestess. Well, the High Priestess does confirm that you and your person have a very strong spiritual connection. You connect with each other intuitively through telepathy and empathy. You can feel each other. You can hear each other's thoughts, even during the space of disconnect, even though there's been no communication between the two of you in the 3D space for many of you watching this reading. But what else the High Priestess is about? Your person gaining wisdom. Your person having a wake-up call. The High Priestess is about our spiritual awareness and awakening. And your person is definitely having a heavy dose of that right now. And it is giving them the wake-up call as well that they need. It's why they can say, it was my fault. I'm accountable. I'm responsible. I made these mistakes. I made a mess. I don't want to make a mess anymore because it not only hurt you, it hurt me. And our connection was so beautiful and so magical when things were just flowing so smoothly between us. But then I could see where this relationship was going and I was not ready. That's why I ran. That's why I bailed. That's why I slammed on the brakes and turned and ran away from you, and I ghosted you as well. And I regret all of these words and the actions and behaviors that were so hurtful to you and to this connection, because I am hurting as well, and I am feeling my own level of suffering, but it's actually exponentially worse because I'm also feeling all of my guilt, and this guilt is like this heavy weight that I carry around with me, and I have a hard time going through my daily life because I feel bad, I feel guilty, I feel ashamed, I am disgusted with myself. And I am hoping that you will hear me out. I am hoping that you will accept my apology. Even if you don't allow me to come back into your life, if you would just accept my apology, it will alleviate a lot of this guilt that I'm carrying around with me. But I'm hoping you're going to give me as well an opportunity to come back into your life, because I have been getting ready for the life that I have always envisioned for us, and that is about the two of us being together. But let's see what else we need to know for this message. What do we need to hear? What do we need to know, please? What is coming through? Well, this is the Star. Actually, the Star is a great card, guys, because it tells us your person has been doing a lot of spiritual work, especially with it coming next to the High Priestess. The Star is a card of hope. It's a symbol of hope, and it asks us to remain optimistic that things in our lives are going to change for the better, especially when it comes to this connection with your person. Because your person is changing and evolving, there is a reason to remain hopeful and optimistic that they're going to be able to heal and get rid of the things that have held them back from being your partner. And that is what the Star is about as well. Your person healing. Your person releasing things that have held them back, letting go of things that are no longer part of their life that they should have gotten rid of a long time ago. Getting rid of things that are not in their best and highest good. Why do you drag around old emotional wounds with you for as long as you do? That's not good for you. You're just dragging around an achy, breaky heart all the time. And your person has perhaps been doing that because they're afraid they're going to get hurt again. But by letting it go, they can be free to love you, and experience what true unconditional love feels like. And this is what your person is seeing and understanding. But at the moment, they are deeply entrenched in their regret, in their agony, in their misery right now, feeling their remorse and guilt. But they are having the wake-up call that they need from all of this because they want to come back in your direction. Because with the star showing up, it tells us that they know that you are the one. Just they've always known that you are the one. They knew it in that moment. And that's why all of this stuff happened between the two of you to begin with. Part of the reason they ran. Part of the reason they ghosted. Yes, the intensity of what they were feeling, the intensity of the chemistry and the passion and the feelings and the emotions was overwhelming. But also because they knew that this relationship with you was something that had such strong potential to go the distance. And they were afraid of that then. But as they return, they won't be afraid of that anymore. So you will see as they make their way back to you that this time away from them, even though it's really hard for you, even though you miss them and you long for them and you want to talk to them and spend time with them, you will see that this time apart from them has been necessary because when they return, they will be so very different. The star is ruled by Aquarius. So if you or your person have your sun, moon, or rising signs in Aquarius, this can be a place of validation for you. You don't have to be an Aquarius for this reading to work for you or resonate with you. It is a collective reading, as I mentioned at the beginning of the reading. And it's more important that we consider what these cards mean and how they relate to the other cards on the table in relation to the message that the universe, that the divine is sharing with the collective today. The High Priestess is ruled by Pisces. But let's see what else we need to know. What other messages are coming through, please? What do we need to hear about this person and this connection? Well, this is the Queen of Pentacles. Someone is definitely longing for you. This Queen of Pentacles energy is very powerful. Your person misses hanging out with you. They miss talking to you. They see that you have always been able to share so much wisdom, so much inspiration, so much guidance with them. They see you as someone who's very nurturing, who's very supportive, who's very grounded, who's very giving, who's very loyal, who's very pragmatic. You always gave this person such great advice when they asked you for advice, right? Sometimes they needed some advice from you, but sometimes they just wanted to have you listen to them, like you being their sounding board. If they were going through problems with their family stuff, family drama, work stuff, work drama, drama with people at work, stuff with their financial stuff, stuff with their car, stuff with their home, whatever your person was dealing with in their life, you were always there to give them positive advice. You would listen to them. You would work problems through together because you have that innate sense within you that that is how you are. Being very supportive, being very caring, very nurturing, making them cookies if they'd had a bad day, baking them a cake if it was their birthday. You always cared for this person and did these wonderful things for them. That's why it's hard for them to stay positive right now because they don't really have anyone to share their troubles and woes with. And they do miss this part of this connection as well. That is not all they miss. Okay, guys, that's not the only reason. I wanted to make sure that you understood that. But with this combination of the Star and Queen of Pentacles, your person sees that you are the ideal partner for them. You are the one. The Queen of Pentacles is of Earth sign, so that is Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. But also with this Queen of Pentacles being here, this is about your person envisioning what this life with you would look like, desiring this partnership with you. The Queen of Pentacles, your person sees and can just imagine, envisioning, dreaming about, fantasizing about how life with you would look. And they can see and understand that by being with you, that they would be cherished, that they would be loved in a way that they've never been loved. But they also want to reciprocate this love to you, and that is going to be part of their approach as they come back in your direction. But let's see what else we need to know. I know you guys heard a card fall on the table, and that was the Seven of Wands. And I love the Seven of Wands because it is all about your person doing what is necessary to fight for you and fight for this love. Your person wants to fight their way back to you, and they want to show you that they have changed. They want to show you that they are ready, willing, and able to build this partnership with you on a much more solid foundation that comes with the energy of that Queen of Pentacles. Your person finding courage and confidence within them to show up and start expressing themselves, to show up and start talking to you, to show up and start explaining themselves to you and apologizing as well. The Seven of Wands is about courage, confidence, perseverance, your person fighting for you and for this relationship, which they should have done before, but they didn't. They weren't willing to fight for this relationship in the past. They weren't willing to meet you halfway. They weren't perhaps willing to make compromises with you. But that's going to be different as your person comes back, because they want to build a stronger partnership. And that's part of that Queen of Pentacles energy as well. But let's see what else we need to know for this message today, please. What do we need to hear? What does the collective need to know about this person and this connection? Well, this is the Nine of Swords. Actually, the Nine of Swords showing up today makes a lot of sense, because your person is doing a lot of overthinking. It's why they can acknowledge that they did all these things wrong in the past. It's why they're able to see that they created the conflict between the two of you. It's why they're able to say, I really blew it. I see where I failed you. I see where I failed us. I'm trying to remain positive, but I'm having a hard time because I'm what-ifing everything to death. What if you don't take me back? What if you don't talk to me? What if you don't forgive me? What if you won't allow me back into your life? What if you won't allow us to build this partnership together? What if I'd done things differently? Well, what if? Instead of what-ifing, what they need to do is pick up the phone and ask you. But that is coming. The Nine of Swords is also about your person tossing and turning at night, not being able to sleep, having nightmares perhaps. Also spending a lot of time in that space when they get into bed, thinking about you, wondering what you're doing, wondering if you're still single, wondering if you're seeing someone else, wondering if you're still available. Wonder, what if? You can what if something to death. Because when you are what ifing, you have one thought, and that one thought creates 10 thoughts, and then 100 thoughts, and then on you go throughout the night, staying up all night, because by the time you wake up, you have tried to figure out some trigonometry equation from when you were in high school that you somehow managed to get to through all of those what-if scenarios that you built in your head. And that is what your person is doing. I feel they are worried. I feel that they are not in a good space. I feel they're having a hard time. And like I mentioned, I do feel for some of you, this person is going through a dark night of the soul. Now, we also have the Four of Swords. Oh, and I love the Four of Swords coming right on top of the star. The Four of Swords is a card of healing. Your person being able to heal, release and let go of all of these things. Your person in a place of quiet reflection at the moment, figuring themselves out, doing that work on those inner planes, but that is what's allowing them to see where they have really made a big mess of this connection for the two of you. But it's what's also allowing them to see that they're the one that's responsible for it, and that's truly how you need them to be. The Six of Wands. Well, your person wants to be successful in overcoming all of these challenges and obstacles. And they threw up so many obstacles and challenges in this relationship, and they did that through self-sabotage. And that is all stuff that has forever lived in their head. Well, they are getting rid of that now because they're healing, they're releasing and letting go of those things that have held them back. This is about your person wanting success and overcoming all of this, but also trying to be successful in their approach as they come back in your direction. We also have the Knight of Wands. That is about your person reaching out to communicate. The Knight of Wands is all about stirring everything up, getting things out of this place of stagnation, getting things moving and grooving again. The Knight of Wands is a fire sign, so that's Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. But very much like that Seven of Wands, the Knight of Wands is courageous, determined, and dedicated to overcoming these challenges and making their way back to you. Also, with the Knight of Wands, they want more adventures with you. They want to spend more time with you. They want to build more memories with you. And they want to travel and they want to do fun things. They want the two of you to be able to build a better partnership together, especially when it's combined with that Queen of Pentacles. And this is something that your person knows they need to be responsible for as they make their way to you. But this is about communication coming from your person. And we also have the Eight of Pentacles as the last card for this reading today. That is actually a spider in a spider's web. I don't know why this artist chose to put a spider in a spider's web to represent the Eight of Pentacles, but that's what she decided. But the Eight of Pentacles is such a powerful card, guys. It is all about what we have been talking about throughout this reading. Your person having significant wake-up calls, your person being able to go through the growth and have the experiences that they need to improve who they are. That's what the Eight of Pentacles is about. It's the card of the student. It tells us your person has been learning. Your person has been evolving and growing. Your person has been doing what is necessary to improve themselves at the core of who they are through spiritual growth, through spiritual awakening. Your person, pretty much, they may have tried to run from these life lessons and experiences that was going to be the life lessons that were the ones that they needed, that caused their growth, that caused them to grow up. But the Eight of Pentacles tells us they haven't been able to run very far from them, because with that Eight of Pentacles showing up, they are having the life lessons that they need. Universe came along and said, you're going to learn these one way or another. Either you're going to do it or we're going to smack you with a 2x4. And lo and behold, that Eight of Pentacles is about your person having to go through these experiences that are providing for their growth, both personal and spiritual growth. Relationship patterns. This card comes with number 32. I think that's 32. Yes, that's 32. Relationship patterns. It takes strength to recognize the need for change. Actually, it does. And your person recognizes the need for change. They have allowed their past relationships, and that's how we develop relationship patterns. They have allowed their past relationships to negatively impact this relationship with you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic relationships. It can be relationships with anyone. It can be relationships with family. It can be relationships with friends. It can be relationships with coworkers, whatever it has been. Your person has recognized that there is need for change, and change is happening. As I mentioned, this card comes with number 32. If anyone resonates with 32, that could be March 2nd. It could be February 3rd. And maybe these are dates that are important to you or your person of interest. 3 plus 2 equals 5. It could be that there's a number 5. It could be May. But also 5 is a number of change. And I feel that there is definite change happening here because your person is changing. They may have resisted this change. They may have resisted these lessons. They may have resisted all of this. But with what they have been feeling and going through and experiencing, their misery, their unhappiness, and not having you in their life anymore, it is definitely giving them the reasons to make the changes that they need to make. Inner truths. This card comes with number 16. If anyone resonates with number 16, that could be January 6th. That could be June 1st. Although 1 plus 6 does equal 7, which is also about change, inner truths. Well, this is very much like that 4 of Swords, I think. Your person being able to look within themselves and identify the truth. And the truth is that your person is responsible for creating the damage in this relationship. That's why they started this reading with, "It was my fault." And that is the truth. I have examined my behaviors and I can see where I have failed us and failed this connection. And I was just not ready for how intense and how powerful this love connection was. So I created the damage. I ran, I ghosted, I was selfish, I was stubborn. I was coming at you from a place of my ego and pride by not being accountable and responsible for the things that I did wrong. And I regret all of this now, but I can't go back in time and change it. All I can do is show back up for you and show you that moving forward, I will be a very different person. I will be the person who can love you the way that you need to be loved. I have learned so much during this time apart. I have learned that life without you is very unsatisfactory. I have learned where I have allowed my damage that I have been carrying with me for so very long to negatively impact many areas of my life. And it's caused me to not feel worthy. It's caused me to feel that I'm not lovable, that I can't have success, that I can't achieve the desires of my heart, and that I can't have a breakthrough that I need for my career, my work, or my finances, because I have been lugging all of this crap around with me for so very long. But you have shown me a better way. And I have been releasing these things, and this is my inner truth. And I have spent a lot of time in those inner planes within myself, addressing those things, doing a lot of inner work, a lot of soul searching. And it was very hard because I saw things within me, within my psyche, within my character, within my subconscious that I didn't really like. And I have had to stare at them, and I have had to kick those things out of my life. And that was not a very pleasant experience for me. But those things are gone now because I don't want those things to negatively control my life or our relationship. Again, I have addressed my relationship patterns. And see where I allowed those patterns from past relationships to negatively impact what was happening with us. And all of this as well is something that we've begun as I come back to you, because I am hoping that as I explain this to you in person, that you will give me this opportunity to start over. Hope and happiness. This card comes with number 48. If anyone resonates with number 48, there is a whole lot going on here on this card, guys. There's a whole lot going on here. We have some birds. They could be ravens. They could be blackbirds. We have some butterflies. We have some swans down here. Swans are so beautiful. Swans are such majestic birds. Does anyone resonate with swans? Swans are a symbol for soulmates and twin flames. Swans are such beautiful creatures. But I feel that this is saying so much to us today, guys. I feel that what this is saying is your person wants to feel hopeful about their life again. They want to feel happy about their life again. And they truly know and believe that there's only one way for that hopefulness and happiness to be back in their life. And that is to come back in your direction. Because when they created the damage that they did in this relationship, they didn't think it was going to negatively impact or hurt them the way that it has. And it has. And we have seen that throughout the reading, because your person is doing a lot of work on the inner planes. They are really addressing those things that are within that they need to let go of, that they need to release, that they need to heal, that they need to kick out of their life. And that is a lot of work. When we have to do that kind of work, and sometimes it involves us addressing our shadow side, and that as well is a lot of intense emotional work. It's hard. You guys that have done shadow work, anyone out there done shadow work? That is a lot of stuff, guys. That is a lot of stuff to look at. Your person is perhaps doing some of this as well. But hope and happiness, they want to restore this hope and happiness to their life, and that does include and involve you, is what I'm hearing. This card, as I mentioned, comes with number 48. If anyone resonates with number 48 or 4 or 8, that could be April 8th. It could be August 4th. It could also be the number 12, because 4 plus 8 does equal 12. But let's see what else. And the number 12 is about your person being able to see things with greater clarity. So your person is definitely having a major wake-up call here during the time you've been apart from each other. Photograph. Looking at your photos. Well, I feel your person does look at your photos, actually. Missing you. Well, they're definitely missing you. Nostalgia. Make new memories. That Knight of Wands energy is all about making new memories. And I do feel your person wants to make new memories with you. But looking at your photos, rereading your texts, listening to your voicemails, rereading emails, any kind of correspondence that the two of you shared with each other, I feel that's what your person is doing at the moment. Getting ahead of your energy, whatever way they can. And if they don't have any photographs of you, I feel they're trying to find them online, perhaps through social media, if you have social media, or through any other mechanism online that they can find photographs of you, because they're trying to connect to your energy. They miss you. They're dealing with their own heartache and heartbreak at the moment. That, granted, yes, they brought it upon themselves. And, you know, you can feel sorry for them, but they need to experience this, guys. So what I want to say is, don't feel sorry for them. They have to experience this for their growth. They need to go through this for their transformation. They need to experience this heaviness of this guilt, regret, and remorse, because it is giving them the life lesson that they need, the wake-up call that they need, so that they don't do this kind of stuff ever again in this relationship with you or with anybody else that they have friendships with, or people who are in their life. I'm not talking about them having another relationship with someone else. I'm just talking, generally speaking, that they never create any kind of damage in someone else's life again, the way that they have created this damage in this relationship with you. But I don't feel that they're going to, because that is a very powerful experience that your person has had. But let's see what else. Heartbroken. Well, deeply hurt, sad, separation, feeling lost, grieving, mourning. Yeah, your person's lost. Your person is dealing with a broken heart. And we have seen that throughout this reading. They're having a hard time dealing with their guilt, dealing with their regret, their remorse, but also their heartache and heartbreak on top of it is being compounded by the guilt and regret and remorse that they feel for hurting you. But as I've already mentioned, that is a powerful teacher for your person, and something that they've definitely needed to feel and experience for some time. Coffin. Endings bring new beginnings. This is like the Death card then, I think. Growth, change, liberation, transition. Well, your person's definitely in a period of transition, because they are coming back to you because they want this opportunity to start fresh and start over with you. Endings bring new beginnings, and there has been an ending in this connection between you and your person. And this truly is about having this opportunity to start fresh and start over. This time, though, your person is going to be in a very different space. Your person is going to be in this space where they're not going to do any of this low vibration stuff anymore. They've definitely awakened to the fact that this is not how you treat someone, especially the person that you love more than anyone else in the world. Your person is going to be a very different person as they return. And this growth and this change that they've been going through, you will see this powerful transformation in them. Because being without you has been this big wake-up call that this person has needed. They've needed to feel and experience what it's like to not have you. Awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. Well, I feel that is probably true for both of you, for both you and your person. Going through a spiritual transformation, that's part of that High Priestess card, especially with the star coming right after it. You've both been going through spiritual transformation as part of this disconnect that you are in from this person at the moment. Being in this space where you are preparing for union, which sounds so much nicer and it has much more positive than saying, well, I'm in separation, right? I mean, it does. And that's what this time is used for. This time is used to prepare for union. And that is what your person has been doing, because they want to come back in your direction and they want an opportunity to start fresh. But boy, are they really in this space where they are feeling a lot of the heaviness for their words, actions, and behaviors that created so much damage here. That's what that Nine of Swords is. But let's see what else we need to hear. What do we need to know, please? What messages are coming through? Regret. Someone feels remorse for the way they treated you. Well, yes, they do. Your person feels regret. They feel remorse. And you know what, guys? They should. They should feel this regret and remorse. And I feel that that is as well part of this powerful teacher that your person has needed to wake them up, to get them moving. But this reading looks like your person's going to get moving and grooving back in your direction, because we do have that Seven of Wands and that Knight of Wands. Someone who's going to charge on the scene here. Someone who's going to wake up one day and decide they can't take this feeling of heartache and heartbreak anymore, and that they're going to come charging back in your direction to fight for you, to fight for this love, to fight for this relationship, by showing you that they've changed, that they're different, that they're transformed, and that they are ready to meet you halfway in terms of building a happy, healthy partnership. And that's what that Queen of Pentacles is about. That's way down here somewhere, right there, being able to build this better partnership with each other. Because ultimately, that is what your person wants. It's what they've always envisioned. It's what they've always seen with you. They just weren't ready for all of this when the two of you were together in the past. And that probably is the reason why they created this disconnect between the two of you, by running, by ghosting, by breaking up, by abandoning this connection, by denying their feelings for you. But as they come back, because they have had this massive wake-up call here, they're going to be different. You will see them do what is necessary to show you that you can trust them, that you can respect them, and that they are willing to put forth the effort, the energy, but most of all the love, to rebuild this relationship with you. And you will see this determination from them. You will see a dedication from them as well in terms of rebuilding this relationship with you, because this person has always known that you are the one for them. This is your reading for today, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed this reading, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all of you so very much. Blessings of peace, love, and light to all of you watching today. Have a great day, everyone.